Buddy, it's Jason Lee 41 and time for the tag team DWA introduction, at least on the male side. The first team I will be bringing to you. I'll do individuals and then of each and then a tag team match to show off. Similar rule set, but since the best tag team moves are corner based, you have to have it to where you tag in and out. Can't do tornado rolls or you won't be able to trigger those tag team finishers. The way that this works for this team is very simple. This team is what got me into it in the first place in WWE Warzone. Well, I guess it was WWF Warzone at the time. I created my first ever created character, Warlock. A variation played on me who in story, this was before the Jason Lee character ever existed, he has gone through something and it has profoundly mutated him or disfigured him in some way, so he hides behind a metal hockey mask. Heavily inspired, of course, by Jason Voorhees in that aspect only, just the hockey mask idea. Come on, when you're named after the guy, my name's Jason, you get the idea. And I was a big fan of The Undertaker. He's who's brought me into this, so I wanted to make a dark character. And my best friend at the time wanted to also be a pro wrestler, and this was our dream. We were going to be a pro wrestling tag team. And his tag team, or his name, was Diablo. Of course, a play on the word the devil. He heavily inspired his character based on the original Diablo storyline, where it follows three brothers, Baal, Mephisto, and Diablo, or at least is what he told me. I never played them. And Diablo is the youngest son of Satan, and that's kind of what it's played on. And yes, Baal and Mephisto will be making an appearance because they were going to be arch nemesis at some point. And we were going to join up to create a tag team very similar to Kane and The Undertaker. And our mannerisms were very similar, too. He was kind of a mix between Sting and The Undertaker, and I was kind of a mix between The Undertaker and Kane. Though, granted, I technically created him in my mind, not in a game, because at the time, games didn't really allow you to do that very much. I technically created him when I first saw The Undertaker in 97, early 97. Then I stopped watching wrestling for a few months, and then when I came back, I don't know, mid-98 or something, that's when Kane had already shown up. I had to go back and retrack best I could, watching recaps or whatever I could find, because keep in mind the internet really wasn't as big of a thing back then, and you couldn't just go to YouTube and look something up. Okay, Frisky. So let's start off with the leader of the group, Diablo. The group's name, by the way, was Tides of Darkness. Again, heavily inspired later on by the tag team of Kane and The Undertaker, which were kind of like brother figures, and that's where we kind of were. We had known each other our whole lives. Since I was 6, I knew him. And up until 2018, we had been brothers, basically, but different paths arose, and we just lost contact, mostly on his end. It is what it is. But that fire of wrestling wouldn't have existed without this duo. So they had to be included in. So Diablo hails from the pits of hell. He is one of the devil's youngest sons. As you can see, he monitors his father's shirt, rocking in some leather pants and a demon face, as well as gloves and a black shirt, standard boots. Now, the only downfall, he even brought the red contacts. My friend Marty even brought the red contacts for this. And yes, he had hair back then, but later on evolved the look to be bald because he was balding. This is basically what he looked like. I even used a digital representation of his face. The downfall of this is that I'm not using face paint. I'm using actual... I mean, I do got some face paint on, but this is completely faded out. And I use these right here and this to make the black aspects, while this right here is all the red. I had to customly make this logo because obviously it's not in a game. And in testing, if he takes head damage, the face paint doesn't fade. I'm hoping with me adding actual face paint and then fading it all the way out, it'll make this face paint fade. In theory. We shall see. I don't know. I could have sworn in like one of the earlier games I put customized logos on the face and they would dissolve just like face paint. But maybe I dreamt that. I don't know. Noticing one thing that will drive me nuts. Oh yeah, and like I said, very heavily inspired by his style is more so of like Sting, but his gimmick and persona is more of like the Undertaker, hence the trench coat and the fedora. I do have to do one thing I didn't realize. I'm gonna have to go in here, do that. That was tilted. Sometimes it's the small things you just don't notice, you know? I apologize for the long thing, but I want you to understand the characters I create. And Marty now, something to know about him, he was a hefty kid, but he converted that later in life into pure muscle. I mean, he still kind of looked heavy, but it was mostly all muscle. And he did wrestle for a little bit in the independents, like local independents, like Tennessee next door neighbor independents. But he did wrestle for a few years. Then I don't know what happened, why he stopped doing it. He never really said, never really gave a reason. But I was able to evolve his character based on some of that early stuff. Now you got to keep in mind, this was like local stuff, so they don't even have commentators or cameras or anything. Hell, if they did backstage stuff, it was all done on a tape player with like a VCR attached to it. So, to give you an idea of what he looks like, this is his face without the face paint. And I kind of just based him off that. Made some really cool tag team and individual signs for him. Pits of Hell. Technically it'd be the Thrones of Hell, but that's not an option here. You got the Lord of Terror. That was always going to be his thing. The Lord of Terror. Diablo! But, and you could do Lord... Technically, you can even do Lord of Terror in the presentation, but they do not have the word Diablo. You can either go, the devil, or I try to get as close as I can. I went, Diablo. It's not perfect, but it's what I've been using for the last few years, because it's actually for a long time now. That's the closest you could get. Before that, I had to actually use the devil, which really didn't fit. He's always been a power-based wrestler. Obviously, got to give him a fireball. Because, come on, I mean, hell, demon, devil. Duh. He was most well-known for, because he didn't get to wrestle for very long, doing a lot of Sting moves, for one, like the Stinger Splash, or like, old school moves like suplexes and stuff like that. But his finishing maneuvers were 5 moves that he would do. Though he didn't get to win many matches in the independents. He was technically a heel, and he didn't get to actually win much. He did the what was it called? The Devil's Lock, I think, which was an STF. That's just a move in here. The Ragnarok, Sting-style Scorpion Death Drop. The Diving Demon. a frog splash, his style, which D'Lo Brown does a very close style to that, in my opinion. The Darkness Falls, which was a double hand choke bomb, and the Apocalypse, which is basically the one and only, or the Khallas, or the Cutthroat side slam. Which, for the longest time, that move wasn't even in the game. Billy Gunn kind of came up with the closest variation in the early SmackDown games, but the way he did it, he'd pick you up and just fall forward. Like, pick you up, slam down straight, instead of turning and slamming into like a full Nelson Slam type move. Cobra Clutch to full Nelson Slam style move. Later on, he started doing a few other variations, and then other wrestlers. Even Ted DiBiase did the Dream Street, which was basically the first version of the Apocalypse done correctly. Well, you know what? If we're gonna do a double, let's do Inferno first. Then I guess if we're do Casket and Extreme Rules. Let's get through this part as quick as possible. Do Candlestick, sure. Sure. Oh, thumbtack pouch. I didn't actually see that. Not there. I mean, if we're going to do the bat, let's just do the barbed wire back. Candlestick and trash can. Yep, there we go. Turn on KO. We'll do false count anywhere. Even though my extreme environment, and once I get this universe going up, what you'll see more times than not is like an ECW thing where weapons can be used, don't have to be used. It's pinfall, submission, or knockout, but pinfall and submission can only take place in the ring. No rope breaks to save your ass, then. I really wish they had a spot where you could like customize a will to add to your matches. And if you save your will, and then you could just add that will to every match you have if you want to. So I wouldn't have to keep doing this. I could come up with that sixth spot even though I never know what to put there. Music is Tatum Paxley, because sadly Baron Corbin's original music wasn't in here. That's what it used to be. So Tatum Paxley kind of fit the same tune and vibe. And like I said, he was very heavily inspired gimmick-wise by The Undertaker, so you're not going to be too shocked to see an Undertaker-esque entrance.
Is a Stages of Hell match, making his way to the ring, representing the Disciples of Darkness from the pit.
It says Disciples of Darkness, but it's...
At 270 pounds, Lord Terror Social media has been buzzing since.
Yeah, it says Disciples of Darkness, Tides of Darkness, kind of close as you could get. Our original goal was, and we had some friends that were going to do it, but that didn't work out due to my health and him quitting. And one of them, I think, was a wrestling fan. One of them never ended up going that route. But we were going to create a Riders of the Apocalypse, which was, of course, a play on the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse, with my character, Warlock, being based on war. I think his was based on destruction instead of pestilence, or instead of, not pestilence, instead of famine, we did destruction. Then we did death for Azrael, who is in the game, but I kind of took them their own route instead of making a 4-man group. Though, you're more than welcome to. And then would have had the Horsemen of Pestilence as well. They're more of like, they team up with us from time to time, but not actually a 4-man stable because they don't have the right entrances for a 4-man stable. I mean, I guess they might with the Ministry of Darkness, so maybe after I create all 4 of them, I'll see if they have a good Ministry of Darkness one for 3 and 4-man, but we'll see.
Just disgraceful.
I mean, because they do have the Disciples of the Apocalypse, so Riders of the Apocalypse, Disciples of the Apocalypse, kind of could work. Is that Haku? No. Maybe?
Tama will waste no time launching into attack mode.
Tama will jump you from behind with no concern for the consequences.
It's his island and no other competitors welcome on it.
Dealing with a small bug infestation. I'm vacuuming every day and showering 3 or 4 times more than I would normally shower in a week. I'm not sure. I'm not seeing fleas, so I don't think it's fleas, but it could be mites.
There's the bell, and now Stages of Hell has officially begun. Multiple rule sets, multiple matches. Will these superstars be able to survive?
I mean, I'm working on it best I can, but you know what it's, I mean, if you don't know what it's like, it's definitely, your mind plays tricks on you even when you ain't dealing with the issues.
A big splash!
Makes you think things, and with bad sciatica damage in my back, I feel bugs crawling on me even when there ain't bugs in the place, so I'm thinking the neighbor I take care of, one of her furniture's got infested. So I'm spraying down everything and vacuuming and changing clothes. Hopefully that's enough. Problem is when you don't know what you're... nope. When you don't know what you're dealing with, it makes it a little hard.
Leaning him against the turnbuckle right here. Oh!
It knew what was coming there. Back and forth, counter after counter.
Frick, he really likes tossing me into the rope.
Turn that around with the big strike.
Spine buster. A blow to the back of the neck. Carefully placed stomp to the arm. Oh my!
You love countering like that, don't you?
He counters with a great reversal. He's got him up on his shoulders. Rolling fireman's carry. Oh, he paid for that. High risk. Stiff headbutt. The sheen is starting to wear off of him.
Surprised they didn't bust me open. Samoans in their headbutts, you know?
Great response to Tama there.
Tried to put me through the fire.
Again and again. Uh-oh. A clash of counters, and these superstars did their homework. Knife edge chop. The kind of matches involved in the Stages of Hell. These are some of the most chaotic and brutal stipulations there are.
And that's why to win tonight, you have to be merciless. These
he got the countering. Whatever it was,
so
he got the countering.
You must truly be.
Great counter by Tama.
Reversal after reversal, proving they did their homework. Paying it back with their own counter. Setting them up in the corner.
Caught that and reversed it. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Picked up. Reverse DDT. End of the road. Oh, he flips that around.
Damn it.
Intercepted with a clothesline to cut off the attack.
Saw what was coming. Got out of home.
At least I guess I got the advantage in here. If the flame thing ever gets up,
Oh, took it high risk, but was off the mark.
This has been a very physical and draining
I'll
match.
I have the fireball as my move, so
Looks like a dead man walking.
if it connects, I'll win. And don't think I'm above using it, dude.
He saw that one coming.
I did not mean to do that.
A big splash.
Waist slip.
Yeah, raw power there.
Five buster. Tama isn't being given any room to recover.
And now we have to see how tough Tama truly can.
Nice takedown. Legs are locked. And knee bars locked in.
This whole ain't going to win it, man.
Needs to get out of the ankle lock and does so.
Strong tackle.
Thomas, uh-oh. Oh, saw it coming and got an elbow for their trouble. Drop toe.
Oh, what the hell?
He's heading to the top turnbuckle.
Blast off.
Coming down.
Oh, his finisher can go through, mine can't.
Might be going from the frying pan and into the fire now. Samoan drop.
Got him in the corner now. Oh, not today. Caught by surprise with the DDT.
Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
The Inferno match basically insists upon itself. There's no easy way out of this entire hellacious scenario, that's for sure.
What a display of strength. Jockeying close to the ropes, closer to the flames.
Every second, draining their strength.
Breaking free and getting away from the flames.
That was a little too close for comfort.
Reverse DDT. End of the road.
I was gonna do the fireball, but it wouldn't let me.
Oh, man. Trying to force them into the flames. Oh, they did it.
Get out
Got
here.
it. It's over. He avoids being burned and scores a fall. Here is your winner.
You come to the Devil's Playground, prepare to get burned.
Here's hoping these superstars have plans to pace themselves because the next stage of hell is incoming.
And now these competitors are also going to have to reckon with their own mortality as they attempt to survive the next stage, a casket match.
One stage down, another to go. Will these competitors even make it to a third stage from here?
And a casket match.
Sky high. Ah, big impact.
Nope, did not even let me counter.
Can he get him into the casket after that?
Making way towards the top rope.
From the top. Oh, man, he landed rough there.
Cobra clutch. Into a slam.
This could be it. Just gonna get your opponent into the casket at this point.
Clothesline over the top rope, and that is not where you want to be. Trust me. Get out of there.
Trying to close the casket. Trying to win this match right here.
Oh, baby.
Trying to fight out and escape.
It does not let you, no matter how weak you are,
This match
lose easily. The first finisher. They wanted to build out for a while.
Looking for something, anything under the ring.
And look at this. Here we go.
Ah, crash.
Wow, that didn't even try to jump towards the opponent, did it?
He's in a bit of agony now.
This is like, oh, he punished over there. Let me go to the far right.
Oh, come on. Not the thumbtacks. He's taking things too far now.
No, onto the thumbtacks.
I can't believe it.
My ass,
There's no way
though.
you can continue after those tacks. Look at that. They're stuck on the damn body. Gonna go for the ride. Big suplex. Oh, wait a minute, blob.
Damn, I was trying to.
Putting on the brakes in a reversal.
I mean, you put the thumbtacks in. What the fuck do you expect?
Up and around and down. Gets the reversal. What a counter.
Wow, what the fuck? I try to counter and it turns me behind?
Tama getting excited. What he's gonna do?
Back in the ring.
Able to turn that
I don't
around
know.
with laces.
Ooh, those thumbtacks.
This is ugly. This is bad, man. And it's gonna get worse later tonight when you have to pick all those tacks out of your body.
Yeah, it doesn't look like nothing I do is gonna get that face paint to dissolve at all.
Taking the shoulder to them hard there.
Tama is really falling behind.
This cannot be how Tama envisioned tonight going. Oh my gosh, what impact!
And that canceled out Tama's offense.
Immediately into a sit-out powerbomb.
He's going up.
Little Diamond Demon!
Oh, huge impact. Gets lifted into position.
An extremely perilous position in which to find yourself. Oh my God, even worse. All that happens now is the casket.
Trying with all their might to close the casket.
A battle for winning or losing before our eyes. Gotta
Good
keep
God.
it open.
What the hell? It's like this dude suffered
Oh, gonna escape the casket.
Samoan superpowers or something. That bar wasn't even going down and I'm hitting the button. It's like, nope. Okay, I don't know why I did that. He wasn't in the ring.
What's he
Okay.
hoping to find down there?
Okay.
You know he's looking to do once.
Uh-oh.
Went for something, but got a stiff elbow to the head instead.
With the counter.
Defenses are sharp with this series of reversals. Reverse the situation with an elbow. Pinpoint drop kick.
Tama's hopes are waning.
Tama is gonna have to dig down deep here. This has been an all-out war between these men. No
Good
holding
God,
back.
this guy will not go
And we wouldn't
down.
have it any other way. What a spectacle this has been. Inverted scoop slam.
My face is red and the face painting is harshly.
Driven into that corner. What are we gonna see? Scoop slam.
Tama putting it all on the line.
Now, will it actually let me counter it for
Oh,
once?
the heavens! Quick evasion from him there.
Though it's the problem with,
Right to the body.
damn it, it wouldn't
You
let
can
me
see he's
fucking
favoring
connect
his
this.
midsection here.
Yeah, you can see the pain written all over his face. This might put him on the shelf for a few weeks.
That is what I was trying to do.
The knee to the body.
Tama able to ward that
Under the
Oh, I tried to fireball him.
That would have been painful without landing on those tacks. I think they're going to go into shock after that.
He'll make his way to the ring.
Wow, float over. Immediately into a sit-out powerbomb.
And for a big guy, I believe I've seen him actually do the move, or at least he could when he was wrestling.
Incoming.
Man, the diving leg drop right on target.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Over the top rope they go into the casket.
Oh, that was...
Trying to force the...
They did it.
That
They
ain't
survived
happening.
for now.
You're going to be breathing a sigh of relief.
Tama making his way out of the ring again. Knife edge chop. Measuring it. Uh-oh.
Every time I try to connect with that move.
Battle of counters. No one's getting their full offense in. And pointed the elbow right to the chest.
Fireball to the face.
Are you kidding me? What kind of sick, demented human being would throw a fireball at someone's face? And he turned it around. Ooh. Not looking good in this position.
Like, there's a... You gotta be kidding me.
Brutally slammed into the casket.
Oh, look at this. Coming. Oh, escaping the casket.
Just too much.
I went right in his face, too.
Up the rope he goes. From way up through the air. And connects.
Like a heat-seeking missile right on target.
And just as destructive.
We are witnessing two titans of
Power bomb right into the casket. Can they close the casket? But the opponent is trying to fight back.
It's a battle.
She shuts the lid in stages of hell.
I'll, as always, show his entrance since I picked up one that doesn't show his actual entrance. But as you can see, unless y'all have figured a way to get logos to work like face paint, it will not work. And the problem was I tried to do black face paint because they have one that you could do that with, and then put the logo on top. The face paint goes over any logos you put on the face. Even if you select in face paint logos, you'll put the logos on and the face paint will go over. Well, that don't really help me get the design I'm looking for now, does it? So it is what it is. He'll be the one probably painted character that doesn't accurately melt. He buys his face paint from Hell's Anonymous.